ship arrives in Bar Harbor, Maine, a place I've always wanted to visit for its scenery, beauty, and yes, seafood. Unfortunately, it's cool, gray, and raining out, and we have to get on a bouncy tender to get to land. Well, even with this dismal start, this place is stunning. I'm headed to the gorgeous Reading Room restaurant at the historic Bar Harbor Inn, where I'm meeting Chef 𝐘𝐨𝐲. He has 2 weddings later that day, but insists on cooking one of his most favorite dishes for me. Who am I to complain? Even with the rain outside, this is a gorgeous setting overlooking Frenchman's Harbor. And look, there's our ship. Okay,
well, welcome to the Bar Harbor Inn.
Thank you.
And today I'm going to prepare a ginger seared scallop, which is a Maine diver scallop with baby Maine smoked shrimp, with a ginger beurre blanc that's made also with fresh arugula and herbs from our herb garden. So we start out with a little olive oil and a little butter, and we're going to sear these in a very high temperature. Okay, and then a little bit in the process. We're going to add some fresh garlic.
Oh, that's garlic.
And some peppers, and we're just going to saute that just a little bit. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is, at this point, I'm just going to deglaze the pan with a little brandy.
Okay. I think I should step back, yeah?
Just a little. Yeah. Okay. So we'll just deglaze that.
Okay, ready.
Okay. All right. Now at this point,
I still have my hair.
Yes, you good? Okay, good. We'll add a little fresh ginger. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of sauce to this. Okay.
And the sauce
This is a ginger beurre blanc, so it's reduced cream. Then I'm going to wilt down the arugula. Okay. And we're just going to do that.
Just enough to fill the pan, I guess.
Yeah. And it sort of steams it, you know, and wilts down. I'll add a little more of that. And the real secret to this, last ingredient, this is smoked baby Maine shrimp. Oh. But where smoked seafood is already cooked, it's nice that you just add it at the very last minute, okay? Because, you know, if you add it and you cook it too much, it'll be tough.
Should dry out,
too tough. Okay, so just add a little of that. And it's baby Maine shrimp.
Maine shrimp.
Yep.
Good.
Okay. Okay, so we just add that, okay? And I might top it with a little fresh chive on that, just a little bit.
It smells really rich and buttery.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Beautiful. That's a healthy portion of pasta.
It is, but I think you'll like it enough that you'll sop it up.
Sop it up. He's really eager to see how I like his special creation, and even sits with me for a while to see my reaction. It's fun watching you make this. So 15 years here, huh?
I have. And I have to say, I feel very blessed to be a chef here in the state of Maine. Out our dining room window. How is it?
Fantastic.
Great.
And thanks for the wine, which is really nice to have along with this.
Yeah.
It really goes well. So how do you get your wines? Are you responsible for those?
No, we have a sommelier that chooses our wine, develops our wine list, and is extensive. I think we have over 340 wines on our list right now, and just a very extensive wine list, and we take that very seriously as well.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I'm looking forward to finishing this all off.
Great.
And
okay, great.
I know you have lots to do, and I really appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
Now I'm off to the tasting room of FIORE Artisan Olive Oils and Vinegars, where I meet owner Nancy O'Brien, winner of the Woman-Owned Small Business of the Year Award.
Oh, great. Well, we have
good stuff for us.
Here.
All the oils here are made from the freshest and highest quality olives from around the world, and once harvested are in the FIORE stores within weeks. So I'm a big olive oil fan, and I've been to Napa and to some of the, I have a good friend who's really into olive oil and told me a couple of things about it. But so something she mentioned was about if it burns your throat, it's a better quality olive oil. Is that?
It's a sign of freshness. Yes. We put our extra virgin olive oils in the store. We categorize them by polyphenols, which is another thing about the bitterness, the antioxidants, the health benefits. And so that's where you feel it, is in the back of your throat, that pepperiness. People will ask, is there pepper in here? No. This is the olive only. And everyone's different. It's all about your body chemistry. So you might taste something and cough.
Exactly.
And a cough is good.
Yeah.
That means you feel it,
Yeah.
that you're actually reacting to it. And you can have two sisters side by side, and one will cough all the way through every oil and the other one will not. And it's just all about how you react to the polyphenols.
Yeah, I know that from wine. So
This first one is an interesting one. It's called the 𝐘𝐨𝐮. That's the type of olive. It's from Tunisia. You can either dip with some bread, or the correct method
I'd rather do it that way.
is the 𝐻𝐸𝐻𝐸 method, and you actually put it in your mouth and hold it there and then bring air in as you would with wine.
And there's that burn.
Yes. This is a 𝐘𝐨𝐮 Blanca Robusto, and this is from Spain.
A sweeter smell. Wow. That one went woo down my throat. Wow.
Yes.
That one really does.
Yes.
that
So you
big
see how
burn.
we've gone from mild
Yeah.
up to robust. The 𝐘𝐨𝐮 Blanca to me is very green.
Yeah.
I taste a lot of green in that.
It
I
is.
like
It's-
it.
I really like this one so far. This one actually, it's green for you and a little bitter for me.
Okay.
So now you have some
Balsamic
balsamics
vinegar.
for us.
Yes. So this one has been aged up to 12 years. It is just the Trebbiano grape. There is no fruit added to it.
Wow.
Very complex. But it's young, so it has a bite to it.
It has a bite, but it's not, again, like when you buy balsamic in the store or something, completely different taste.
Yes. Yes.
You actually get an actual fruity taste
Yes,
in that one.
it does taste fruity, doesn't it? And then this is exactly the same thing, but it's been aged for 6 more years.
Okay. Sweeter, more prune-like. It's good. I love that.
Yes. We can buy the younger balsamics in bulk, but this, there are 2 categories, 2 levels, a 25-year aged
Oh my goodness.
and a 100-year
Oh
aged.
wow.
And
happens to
so
them?
this
It's
is the
incredible.
25-year age that we sell, and it is very highly regulated
Wow, it's
in
completely
Modena.
different.
Yes, and it only comes out of Italy in that little bottle.
That's phenomenal.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah. It's kind of like, it's syrupy.
It is.
And sweet and caramelly and molasses. Wow.
Yes.
Amazing
A little
what
bit of
can
brown
happen.
sugar almost.
Yeah. Amazing what can happen in the.
I know. I know.
Perfect.
I know. Isn't that delightful?
Yeah. Great end.
Yeah. Yeah.
That 25-year-old balsamic is like syrup. Pour that on some ice cream.
Yeah.
Wow. I would do $135 for that. Speaking of ice cream, I know I passed a place that advertised lobster ice cream, and there's no way I'm leaving Bar Harbor without trying it. Here it is, Ben and Bill's Chocolate Emporium. I have to try this ice cream.
I think it's more because of the
Okay, here we go.
dramatic performance from last September.
So there's really lobster in here.
Yep.
Okay, whose idea was this?
Started a while back ago when we were making our ice cream in a different facility. People said that we weren't making our own ice cream. So we decided to make an ice cream that nobody else had. So it's a vanilla and butter ice cream.
Ice cream's delicious, and then it's like when you have lobster dipped in butter, but the lobster's just frozen.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's outrageous. I really like it. It's just like eating a lobster with butter sauce. This was a good stop to make for sure. A trip to Bar Harbor wouldn't be complete without at least a short drive through Acadia National Park, Maine's beautiful and only national park. And since my trips are all about food, I have to stop at the only restaurant there, the Jordan Pond House restaurant, famous for their homemade popovers. Popovers are made out of a batter and baked into a puffy, eggy, light and crispy type of roll. If you've ever seen or tasted Yorkshire pudding, that's just what they're like. I sit down with manager Michael Daly, who gives me a brief history about popovers and how to properly eat them. Okay, so I'm ready for one of these. I'm not going to take the odd one. I'll take this one.
Okay.
The biggest one, I think.
Yep. Popovers are made with flour, milk, and eggs, and they go back to Yorkshire pudding.
It looks like Yorkshire pudding to me, yeah.
Yep. And we serve them. They're served with butter and strawberry jam.
Okay.
And people come in the afternoon, for the most part, eat them out on our tea lawn on a nice sunny day when they can see the pond. And they fill them with the jam and butter. We serve them hot out of the oven as fast as we can get them to them. And it's been going on since the 1870s. It was an old farmhouse, and it was really a subsistence level farm. And to supplement their income, they started serving lunches off their back porch when people started to visit Mount Desert Island. And it's developed into a very large restaurant.
So you serve full lunches and foods
serve
here,
full
but
lunches
always
and
with popovers?
always with popovers.
So to start this, I mean, would I...
You want to open it up,
Okay.
and you want to put in butter and strawberry jam while it's still hot, and mix that around in there. And it's always strawberry jam.
Why strawberry? Just because
It
it's
just goes
so
with
good.
it. It's just tradition, I think.
Yeah.
So many things here are tradition.
Tradition. That's nice that it doesn't change.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
How about that? You really can't go wrong.
So instead, it's like a scone instead for them. When you serve it, I have my tea ready for it too. I
Yeah,
like
we
it with the butter.
It's sort of halfway between a pastry and a roll.
I can't even imagine how many they bake every day. It's just too bad it's raining and I can't sit outside on the lawn overlooking the pond and mountains as most people like to do. I guess I'll just have to come back.